Hey, my lovely Willow Vibes tribe members. I am Jessica from Willow Vines Intuitive Vibes, and I'm here to do a collective message. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stick around. Hope you do stay. I would love it if you would. I don't know what this reading's going to be about. I do know that I'm going to have some type of share information in here. I just did a share from the basement, which I don't know how that's going to go over, but regardless, no skin off my ass, you know what I mean? You want to fuck with me, that's what you get, kind of thing. But anyways, I guess the premise of this reading is you can't always get what you want, but you get what you need, you know what I mean? It's like sometimes you think certain things are gonna go one way, but they go a completely different way, but that's what's meant for you. And then when you look back, you go, oh, I see why this didn't happen, or whatever, you know what I mean? Because I literally sat down here to explain a few things that have gone on, which I did in the basement, but it had nothing to do with what I'm gonna say now, like, or well, I guess maybe I am gonna say it, but what I was going to say in this reading, sometimes things can be very frustrating. You know, life can be frustrating, situations, dealing with certain people. Like, for example, I'm sure this isn't gonna go over like a fart in church, but you know what? I'm sick and tired of catering to people's feelings, because catering to their feelings it's not manipulation, but it's coddling. And the people that I guess I coddle in my own life aren't ones to be coddled. They don't want to be coddled. They think they're strong and whatever, but they're actually pretty fucking weak, if you ask me. Because they get butthurt a lot, and if you get butthurt over what somebody says, I guess you're one of the ones that needs to be coddled. You know, have you been coddled? Do you need your butt wiped? Do you need help? Do you want me to burp your ass? You know what I mean? I know it sounds mean, but okay. So I'm saying it for a reason. It could resonate with some of you as well, because I know that the things that I've experienced, a lot of you have gone through too. Whether it's with similar people, the same people, well, not the same people, but like your mom, your dad, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, your wife, your fucking whoever, you know? Like you've gone through a similar experience with whoever you dealt with. Like, okay. So when it comes to my father, I know he was butthurt. I know his woman watched my shit, told him whatever the hell, because I don't really feel like my dad was watching my stuff. I mean, he could have at one point, and I feel like he's seen some of my readings, but I don't think it was him. I think it was her, because she's nosy. She just is. She's the type of person that needs to be in everyone's business, and I don't care if she gets butthurt about that, because that's just... Anyone who knows her knows that. Like, she just knows everyone. She knows everyone's business, and she talks about everyone's business. She's one of those. But regardless, that doesn't make her a bad person. It just, this is how she rolls, you know? And my dad's never been like that, as long as I've known him, and I've known him my whole fucking life. But it's weird, because he hasn't been there that much growing up, because, you know, he worked out of town, he provided for the family, and there's nothing wrong with that, but he wasn't home. So him and I didn't like have a physical connection all the time, but I always felt connected to him. Like, I don't know, like, I was always a daddy's girl, even though he was never there. even though my mom was the one that was always there to answer questions, give advice, and you know what I mean? Like, she was more present because she worked too, but she was home. He worked out of town and, shit like that. Which, like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. That's what worked for the family. That's what we needed at the time. And he needed to do it for whatever reason. And it is what it is. And I have no resentment or anything about that. It's not like, oh, I wish you were there. I mean, I do wish he was there, but it's not like, I guess I don't have any punishing words about that because it's not necessary. Like, I don't know. I'm not butthurt about it. Basically, it's like things could have been different, but they weren't, and we made do with the way things were. But I was always connected to him, and I always wanted to have a relationship with him. And I mean, to the point when, like, when I was 14 and I died of alcohol poisoning, and they brought me back, they had to resuscitate me. Not proud of it, but kids, be smart, just saying. But anyways, and that was the first time I ever drank. That's a pretty shitty experience. Like, for your first experience, it was pretty crappy. But anyways, regardless of the whole situation and what happened there, I remember being told, because I don't literally remember, I remember being told that I cried out for my dad. When I finally woke up, when I came to, I wanted my dad. I've always felt this weird connection to him, like, where, not like he's my person kind of thing, but we're just connected, daughter-father thing. And we've never been close, but we've always been connected. And it has to do with, like, it's a spiritual connection. It really is. Because in this life, nothing has gone right or good between us. It really hasn't. Anytime things were going good, it went south right fucking fast. And it was either him doing it or someone he dated or whatever. And I don't know. I guess I just had a realization, which is pretty fucked up because I'm 38 years old. And I just had a realization that it's one-sided. It's one-sided. You want to know why I feel that way? Because I'm a parent. And I know, quote-unquote, mothers feel different than fathers. No, parents love their children. I don't give a shit if you're a mom or a dad. Yes, mothers tend to be more connected to their kids in different ways because we give birth and we carry them and all that crap. And we're with them the majority of the time. But there's still a connection with a father. Like, fathers are very important. They really are. I mean, look at all the kids who grew up without fathers. They turn out to be cocksuckers. That's just the truth. I don't know. They end up in jail. They do whatever. But both parents are important. Both. Because we offer different things, And a lot of the shit that I've gone through, I know come from daddy issues. They do. That's just the fact of the matter, and a lot of you have experienced that as well. And I know that now, and that will never happen again. But it's a learning curve. We're all learning. We're all children, no matter how old we are. But regardless, I'm 38 years old, and it's like, he doesn't care. I always knew, but I didn't want to believe. So, when you think something, you feel some way, but you don't trust it, you don't believe it because you don't want to, because you want something different. You hope for a better outcome. That's kind of where I'm at. That's kind of how things have been for my entire life. I've hopeful thinking, wishful thinking, And I wasn't wrong for thinking that way because he's my father. But he doesn't care. He doesn't. Because he's not there when I need him. He never has been. even to this day. Just recently, it's almost like, oh, everything's great, and then I ask for help, and it's whoa, you know what I mean? There's still so much distance there, and I don't understand why, and I may never understand why. I know his father passed when he was young, so maybe it has something to do with that. Regardless, I don't care. I don't know. It is what it is. Him and I will never have a relationship. We won't. I don't hate him. I still love him. I always will. And just me as a person, I'm very supportive anyways, but I'm not going to go out of my way because he doesn't care. He doesn't. It's sad, to be honest. He cares more about his girlfriend's family than his own, and that's on him. That's on him because his family, which is my family, is amazing. I'm sorry. I love my nephews. I love my children. We might fuck up from time to time. We might make crap decisions sometimes and not do everything by the book, because I never do anything by the book. Just saying, me personally, I march to the beat of my own drum, and my kids are doing the same thing. We do our own thing, and it's not in accordance to how he was raised, so of course it's no good, I guess. But I'm sorry, his girlfriend's family definitely don't do things the way that he was raised either. But he knows them, and he deals with them, and that's just how it is. And that's okay. And that's okay. I'm not sitting here disparaging him. I'm not sitting here saying that that's wrong, because maybe that's his path. You know what I mean? And it was my path to learn that I don't belong there. You know? I mean, for fuck's sake, I know my sister did say some really shitty things about me, and I did a video on it, but I didn't share it because I don't know why. I just didn't feel like it. But she had lied to him about me, and it did make him push me away, but it was an excuse. It wasn't, that wasn't the reason why he pushed me away. It was just like, oh, this is a good excuse. I can just do this. I can use you as a scapegoat. You know what I mean? That's what it felt like, because when I found out, when him and his girlfriend told me what she said about me, yeah, it hurt my feelings. I was pissed off and everything, but I was like, what the fuck? Like, why would she lie like that? And I know why. She gets jealous and all that crap, but she knew I wanted to build a relationship with him, and she was mad because I don't know why she was fucking mad, but she pulled some bullshit basically, and she ruined that. But she really? You know what I mean? That was what they wanted me to think. Like, she ruined our relationship because she told us a bunch of lies. This is why we made these decisions, blah blah blah, whatever. And at first I was like, fuck her, you know what I mean? But I never attacked her. I don't know, I sat on the information, and I got thinking about it. And then after everything that's recently happened, I was like, that was a scapegoat. That was an excuse. They were using her to, like, okay, let's deflect. Be mad at her for saying this, and I should be mad at her for it, but I don't know, it didn't really bother me that she said it. Like, I was kind of like, what the fuck? But I didn't even confront her. Well, I did confront her, but not in a mean way, and she told me what she said, but which, I don't know, there's lies on both sides. There just is. Because I don't believe either party. I really don't, to the full extent. But regardless, it never stopped me from helping her. It never stopped me from loving her, and I didn't think anything different of her. And honestly, I didn't think anything different of my father and his girlfriend or whatever. But looking back, it's like deflection. Like, I did all this bad crap, but we're gonna blame it all on so and so. That's exactly what happened. And that happens a lot in situations. You know, so you can't always go by what people say. You really can't. And I guess my better judgment made me stop myself from going off and flipping out, because if I would have just went off from what they told me about my sister, like, oh, she said all of this, I would have hung up with them and just chewed her a new asshole. Like, I would have flew off the handle. But I sat back and thought about it. And I was like, is it really worth it? And I wasn't thinking from my perspective, like, how much it bothered me. I was thinking of it from her perspective and what she was dealing with and going through at the time. And I was like, I don't want to add to her problems. I don't want to make things worse, but I also want the truth. So I was being very nice about it, but I know she bullshitted me. She's bullshitted me for a lot of things, and she thinks I'm stupid, and I just let her think that. Just like my father, he thinks I'm fucking stupid too. I'm not fucking stupid. And it's frustrating. Prophecy, fate, destiny, future fortune. So is anyone telling you, spinning some stories as if you're a dumbass? Because that's kind of how it feels sometimes, you know? But I was just thinking about this, and the reason why I even placated anyone in this situation was because I was very hopeful of a relationship, of a reunification, of whatever, you know what I mean, of things turning around for the better. But that's not what's gonna happen. And I need to be realistic. Do you know what I mean? Like, sitting back and looking at exactly what was said, what was done, people's reactions, how they are. He doesn't try. He doesn't care. He doesn't want this. I even said I wanted to do a Christmas with him, whether it was on Christmas or not. And I haven't heard jack shit from him. Nothing. There was some fucking parade going on around his house, and guess what? It's for kids. I have kids. I don't live in that town. How the hell am I supposed to know about it? But, oh, I thought you would have known. You could have invited us, but you didn't want to, because your girlfriend probably didn't want us there. I'm just saying. And I really fucking hope they watch this. I just heard in my head they will. And I really hope they do. Because everything I'm saying is the fucking truth. Because my father doesn't try. He's so under her fucking spell, it's not even funny. And she don't give a shit about me. She don't even fucking like me. And I know she doesn't like me. I can feel it. I'm not an idiot. But anyways, you know when you're around someone that's just kind of like, you feel it. You know, even if they're going, oh, hi. You know what I mean? You can feel it. That's how she is around me. She don't fucking like me. 11. You're on the right track. Sacrifice. There are those worth making. There are those that will destroy you. Letting go of people like that will not destroy me, so it's totally fine. And letting go of people like that will not destroy you either. Because they're not meant to be there. They're not worthy of your energy and time and effort and whatever. So it's like, is it really a sacrifice? I guess that's why I said all that crap about my situation and stuff for this. Because a lot of people deal with family issues. A lot of people deal with relationship issues. You know, it doesn't matter who it is. It's someone that's important to you. You know, you care about them. You love them, whatever. You give your all for whoever this person or people are. Is it worth the sacrifice? Is it worth it? Are they giving to you like you're giving to them? If the answer is no, then it's not worth it. If the answer is yes, then yes. The sacrifices you make are worth it because they're giving. They're being selfless. If someone's being selfish, no matter who it is to you, the sacrifice is not worth it. It's not worth your sanity. You know what I mean? It's not worth your peace of mind. It's not worth your time, your energy, whatever. And then we have Imrama. Wanderer, voyage, crossing deep waters, pilgrimage, journey of the soul. This sacrifice is going to send you on a journey, basically. A journey of the self. I feel like in order to make this quote unquote sacrifice, there is a journey that's necessary for you personally, for you to go within yourself, to reflect, to look at the people around you, your situation, you, your reaction, their reaction, everything, so that you can reflect and go, okay, well, I did this, they didn't. They did, or they did or didn't, you know, whatever it is, so that you can go, you're good, you're not. Come here, go away. You know what I mean? Like, some sacrifices are worth making, is what this is making me feel like right now. It's making my fucking ear hurt. Like, I feel like I just cut my ear off. Like, I just went, like someone just cut my ear off. Like, I don't want to hear this. Someone doesn't want to hear something? Well, tough shit, you know? Tough noogies. Is it a hard pill to swallow? I just heard, yep. Well, that's life, isn't it? Is there anything else we need to know about this journey and this sacrifice? It's for your best interest, is what I just heard. So letting go of a situation or a person is in your best interest. It's for your highest good, basically, even if it feels shitty. Because sometimes the best things for us are really hard. You know, it's really hard to let go of a situation or a person. No matter who they are to you, it's like, I really wanted this. I really love you. You're my parent. You're my sibling. You're someone I love. You know, whatever. You're my child. Sometimes it's hard to let unhealthy people go when it feels like we have to, like it's our responsibility to be in their life. You know what I mean? It's extremely difficult to do that. Because I'm thinking from a parent-child perspective right this moment, because honestly, I love both my parents the same, but my mom has always been there for me. Like, my mother has always been there. Even when she didn't understand, even when she was like, what the fuck is going on? I don't know what to do here. She was always supportive. She was always a listening ear. She's always helped me. Always. Like, she's the only person in this entire world that my fucking ear, that I have been able to rely on no matter what. Even if she had no answers, she was still there. You know, because sometimes just a hug, just I'm here for you, is good enough. Because you know that person's there. I never got that shit from my dad. Never. Not once. But I really haven't got that from many other people either. So who's in your corner, you know? Who's always been there, no matter what? No questions asked. Like, I don't know if I can do this, but I'm here. I'm here for you because I love you. I support you. I will listen. I will whatever. You know what I mean? Like, who is that person to you? Who are those people to you? Because some people have multiple people who are like that around them. That's important. Those are the people that need to stay around, need to stick around. I remember what I was going to say now. I don't know, the phone buzzed in my pocket, which is funny because the last time the phone buzzed, it was my grandfather, which is what made me think of. That was something else. But it made me think of, you know, who you want to be there versus who is. And it's kind of crazy how life has a way of changing things around in the way that they should be, whether we understand it or not. Like, for example, my grandfather, he has been extremely helpful this past year for me. And he wasn't before. He didn't like me, didn't want to talk to me. And I'm not going to say he didn't like me. That's kind of, no, I don't think he did. But because I'm very outspoken, I tell the truth. I'm just like, I'm very blunt. I'm in your face, and I'm not everyone's cup of fucking tea. I'm just not. And what happened, I'm not gonna go into great detail, but there was a family issue. Something happened to my son when he was very young, and I'm gonna leave it at that. And it happened within that side of the family, and nobody believed my son, and nobody believed me. But I'm sorry, a 4-year-old who said the same thing on repeat over and over and over, and still says it to this day, and he's 19 years old, he still tells the same story, is not lying. Is not lying. I'm sorry. My son was not a liar, and I believed him from day one because of the pictures he drew, the things he said. He was never exposed to that crap, and he showed it. And I'm sorry, it's true. It's fucking true. And no one in my family believed me. My mother didn't really believe it either at first, but she still supported me. She still supported me and my son, regardless of what she believed. And that's her fucking business, no matter what she believes or doesn't believe. And regardless of that, nobody else did. And my entire mom's side of the family, everyone except for my mother, hated me. They pushed me away. I wasn't invited to Thanksgiving. I wasn't invited to holiday crap, family reunions, you name it, whatever it was. Fuck Jessica, she's a fucking lying bitch because she pointed the finger at so-and-so who did something to her son that never fucking happened. Well, I'm sorry, it did fucking happen. And I really don't care what anyone says because I know it's the fucking truth. I'm sorry, but a 4-year-old to a 19-year-old throughout the entire time has said the same fucking thing. That's the goddamn truth. And my son is fucked up from this, from what happened. You know, he has some issues. And it breaks my heart and it pisses me off. But anyways, regardless, and that person just walked away like, you know, whatever. It is what it is. I'm not hashing out old crap, but my point is he didn't like me because of all that crap, didn't want nothing to do with me, and then I don't know, it was just some weird luck. I connected with him to help him with his yard work and shit. My grandfather is who I'm talking about. And he liked the work I was doing, and we got talking. It wasn't just me doing yard work and helping him. It was, we really had conversations about different things. He got to know me. And I think he realized that I wasn't this piece of shit fucking liar. Because he knows that now. I mean, I have my sister's kids here and stuff too, but he's been very helpful ever since then. And sometimes that's what it takes, you know. You have to get to really know a person, because just because they're family doesn't mean you know them. You know what I mean? And things have changed for the better there. You know, I don't expect anything from him, and I check in on him, and I send him birthday cards, and I talk to him, and everything like that, because, you know, he has family and I do care. There's just, I don't know. Breaking point is sitting here with boundaries. I'm moving on from my crap. But, you know, I have no problem sharing my shit on here with you guys because it's the truth. And a lot of you deal with similar things. And it's difficult, but it's not impossible to get through. It's not impossible to get over. Like that situation I was talking about where my entire family pushed me away. Well, guess what? A lot of things have happened to them, and I've been talking to them one by one. You know, I reconnected with my grandfather, who's been very helpful, very friendly, very kind. And my grandmother, she was kind of like neutral party. Her husband passed away, and she's been talking to me a lot more. Ever since I got the twins, it's almost like a blessing in disguise, which is weird. Because it doesn't feel much like a blessing, and it's not because of them, it's just because of the situation. Like, it never should have happened in the first fucking place, you know what I mean? Like, they should be with their mom, but obviously they're not for certain reasons. And it's like, I don't feel like a saint. I don't feel like like a fucking angel. I don't feel like anything like that. And I've had people tell me that, and I know it's a big thing that I'm doing. It's a big thing, but it's the right thing. Like, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. We're family. They're my nephews. Why wouldn't I? Yeah, it's hard. That's probably why most people wouldn't do it, because everyone wants to have a free fucking ride these days, you know what I mean? And that's not what happens in life. Life throws us curveballs, and it's how we catch those balls, how we handle things. You know what I mean? Like, are you gonna let it fly by, or are you gonna grab onto that opportunity? You know what I mean? I'm not saying that the twins are an opportunity, but the opportunity with them is to build on family relationships. It's for my sister to get the help she needs, to recognize, to see, to do what she needs to do for herself and her family. And I don't care if she gets mad about me saying this on here. I'm not going into details. I'm just saying it's the truth, you know? Get your shit fucking straight for your family. And I'm not this martyr. I'm not perfect. I'm not like God's fucking gift because I decided to help. I did it because I love her, because I love them, because it's family. And she doesn't even realize the sacrifices I'm making, because I can't do this all the time. I can't read all the time. I can't go out. I can't do what I want. And it is hard. But it's not about me. You know, my time will come when it's supposed to. Just like your time will come when it's supposed to. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes we have to set ourselves aside for the greater good of a situation. Because those kids didn't ask to be born. They didn't ask for the situation. And I know that I can provide a safe, happy, healthy home for them. And that's important, because I don't want them to grow up to be fucking cocksuckers. I really don't. I'm just being blunt. I don't want that. I want them to grow up to be well-rounded human beings, you know? Like, I want them to know that they are loved by not only their parents, but by their family. No matter who their family is, you know what I mean? I want them to know that they have a fighting chance, that they have support, that there's nothing wrong with them. That just because they were born into a shitty circumstance does not mean that something's wrong with them. It just means that the circumstances were kind of shitty and we got to work through it. And maybe it will teach them to work through problems. I don't know. But I really don't know what the future holds. But that's just what I'm thinking. I am willing to sacrifice my time and my energy and my efforts and all of it to make sure that my nephews have a fighting chance. You know? I know I was all over the place in this reading. It's not really a reading. It kind of is, because I do have boundaries. I don't know, I'm staring at the cards that says boundaries. I really do have boundaries. And they are really starting to get enforced. don't know, my boundaries are like Fort Knox. They're gonna be here soon. Just saying. Ain't no one putting a little toe over the line anymore. I'm sick of the bullshit. Maybe this is the new moon energy, just saying, because that's about changes and stuff. Maybe a lot of you are sick of the bullshit. And if you are, speak up. What's it gonna hurt? If these motherfuckers are willing to fuck with you, mess with you, hurt you, cross the line with you, then why can't you speak up? Why can't you say your piece? You know what I mean? Like, if they can do it, why can't you? Just because you're kind, just because you're nice, you're not allowed to speak up. That's not how that works. You're kind and nice to those who deserve it. Those who don't, well, regardless, everyone gets the truth, right? Sometimes it's just not what you want to hear. It is what it is. But anyways, that's what I have tonight, because obviously I can't go into a reading. I don't know. This is just this is the last resort, apparently. This is also the last time I'm ever going to talk about this crap. You know? And it should be the last time that you deal with shit like this too. Because if there's anyone in your life that you've gone round and round with, friends, family, otherwise, set those boundaries. Get to your breaking point. Stop the cycle. Even if it's heartbreaking to you, trust me, you'll heal really quick. Because it ain't going to break your heart. It's just going to be like a crack. A crack in the screen versus something being busted. Do you know what I mean? Because are they really worth it? And only you will know that. Only you will know that. But that's what I have for you. Love you guys.